Hey, what's up? Welcome to season 2 of The Reflection Show. I'm so excited that you're tuning in. Listen, before the show even begins, I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you click that button below. There are some awesome stories this season 2 that I'm bringing to your living room, to your cell phone, to your iPad. Hey, it might even be your friend's phone. But I want you to like, comment, and subscribe and get ready to be impacted, influenced, and inspired with these unscripted stories right here on The Reflection Show. I'm your host, Ramsey Rizard. And remember, your experience matters. Let's get into the show. Welcome to The Reflection Show. My name is Ramsey Rizard. You never go to the mirror scripted. You always go unscripted. And listen, today I got an incredible story. I call him the heart. Well, I call this story the heart of a giver. He is a giver. He is a giver. He is a giver. From Chicago to Orlando, the one and only Dylan.
I appreciate it, Ramsey.
What's up, Dylan?
Thank you, my guy, for having me out. Finally, we got in the same cities.
Right.
It's been a while, so it's nice we could finally coordinate schedules.
Every time you're out of town, I'm in town. When I'm in town, you're out of town.
We're working on it. Baby steps.
We could never get on the same page.
Until today.
And
now look at us.
So, Dylan, welcome to the show, man. You know, it's all about impacting, influencing, inspiring others, just sharing your journey with your story. And, dude, you've been through so much. I mean, you moved from Chicago all the way to Orlando. You're the founder of Community Pros, your business. You're thriving in the community. You're thriving all over the place. So where does your story even begin?
Oh, man. Growing up in Chicagoland area, my great-grandpa actually started a tow truck company in 1934. So Schimka's Towing down in Des Plaines, Illinois. It's been around since, still going on right now. And originally, everyone thought that was kind of going to be the family business and leading into it. But growing up, I knew I was kind of wanted to be different. I was into cars, but not overly. I liked the stuff, but I didn't want to do it as a full-time thing. And my dad was like, all right, if this is what you wanted to do, like, let's talk and figure out how we can really make this possible. After graduating high school, looked up schools that I was interested in, heard about Full Sail, which is down here in Orlando, Florida. Moved down here to go for sports marketing and media. Graduated in 2 years with my bachelor's degree. And as soon as I got to say goodbye to the snow, I was done. I was like, hello, palm trees and beaches.
Wait, what was it about the snow that you did not like?
Man, what is it about the snow I do like? Like, I'll be honest, since I've moved from Chicago, I think I've seen snow maybe 8 times. And, like, in total, I've been gone for, 6 years now, I think.
Wow.
I purposely don't see snow. Like, I go out of my way. If it's, we'll say, anywhere between October till February, I'm not traveling anywhere outside of Florida. Like,
wow.
We are here for a reason. I am done shoveling snow. I'm not waking up early to defrost my car. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. I am done with snow. Like, I'll come and visit. I'll take pictures with it. I'll go sledding.
And that's it.
That is it.
See, but the crazy thing is a lot of people would sit here and think that Dylan got it made, right? They don't realize when you were in Chicago, you had your little pup vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody had that one car, that old school car.
Yep.
The window didn't work, the heater didn't work, or the AC didn't work. Yep. What was that like for you? I mean, what made shoveling snow so bad for you?
Well, let me tell you, when you get to wake up for a nice, beautiful school morning with, let's say, like 8 inches of snow outside, the first thing to start your morning, like, I would actually have to boil a pot of water at my house so I could pour it on my car because my windows had to go down 2 inches for the door to even open. So I would be pouring the water on there just enough to get the door open, and it would be frozen shut. I would just scratch out a little hole so I could see through it. Driving through like maybe 6 inches of actual being able to see. Luckily, I live close to the school. I don't advise this for any driving wise, but wow, was it quite the experience every day. And it's like, what are we doing right now? Like, do we really want to wake up to go through the snow? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. Because if you go, I don't know, 16 and a half, 17 hours down south, you can see beaches and palm trees every day.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. You can go in the pool year round.
Amazing.
I went last year for Christmas to see surfing Santas. I wanted to feel a little bit of Christmas. I got to see Santas surfing on the beach.
Surfing Santa.
Surfing Santas on the beach. I'm telling you, if you haven't checked it out, you might need to.
I need to.
That's about as...
You guys need to check that out. Some surfing Santas down in South Florida. Fort Lauderdale, Miami?
Actually, no. I think it was in Cocoa. It was in Cocoa.
Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach. Yeah. So nothing too crazy.
Wow.
So they have a bunch of surfing Santas, and it's pretty cool.
I got to check that out. So you dealt with adversity in Chicago.
Absolutely.
You were hoping to escape from adversity coming to Orlando, following your dreams and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
But then it took a turn. I mean, one day you were out headed to do something,
Yep.
and you got shot.
Yep.
Talk about that story.
I think life's full of turns. So at the end of the day, nothing in your life can be really planned for, and you can't really say like everything's going according to plan because you're not the one in control of planning it. You can always react to what's going on and deal with the situations. Where 2016, it was April, I was shot. It was April 18th, I was shot. It was Monday. Got shot in the knee, went through my knee. The doctor told me I was one of the luckiest people alive, that it only hit the kneecap and I was going to be able to have 100% mobility. I would just have to go through a little bit of therapy, had 50 staples in my knee. Got shot on a Monday, had homework due on Wednesday, turned in my homework on Wednesday, didn't even tell the teacher until Saturday, like, hey, just so you know, like, I'm kind of dealing with a situation right now. Like, it sounds worse than it is. I got shot, and could you just give me, like, a little bit of leeway? And they're like, what are you got shot? And I was like, no, like, it's okay, don't worry about it. I'm just on a whole bunch of, like, medicine, so, like, occasionally, like, I can't see, so it's okay.
Right.
And really just figuring out how to do that, put yourself forward. So it's like when you deal with difficult situations, you have a time or you have a choice of like what you want to do or how you want to react to it. Because at the end of the day, you can't change hard times when you're in them. All you can do is choose how you're going to react to them.
And it's amazing how you got shot minding your business, minding your own business.
Isn't that the crazy
That's crazy.
thing? Yeah, random carjacking attempt over by UCF area, dropping off my friend at his house. Next thing you know, we're surrounded in the car, and probably 20 minutes later, there's helicopters over the house, 20 sergeants there, and it's like, wow, this has got like real quick.
Wow. So after that moment, life pivoted for you as far as understanding what it's like to live in the moment. And now that you live in the moment, you do a lot of great things in the community. You give back from backpack giveaway, laptop giveaway, and then you also work with a lot of NFL, a lot of NBA players with your company, Community Pros. How did Community Pros even come to an existence?
Community Pros, so really after learning the importance and the gift of life and cherishing every moment and really having an outlook for going forward where tomorrow's never guaranteed, that's where it started. So I was actually at my house, kind of depressed, staying in, not wanting to talk to anyone, almost scared to go back out in the world again. And my mom's like, hey, you need to get out of the house. This isn't okay anymore. I looked up some volunteering opportunities. Go check this out. So I actually did a Sunday feeding with One Heart for Women and Children. Met Stephanie there, absolute amazing woman that she just fills your soul with. If you've ever felt a hug from Stephanie, you felt like a nice, warm, refreshing feeling. And it's like, wow, I didn't even realize this could be possible. Once you've had it, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Right.
I know you've had it, so you can speak.
Shout out to Stephanie.
Shout out to Stephanie. Like, what? So once you go through something like that, it was really just opening up of like, I do have a heart to serve. I don't want to hold one bad situation against everyone. Like, I don't think badly of people. I don't think badly of the situation. It's really just how you're going to react to everything going on. So I wanted to lead with my heart and figure out this is the kind of stuff that was calling me. So being involved in the community, giving back to the community, and working with the community. That was kind of what helped nurture me to go back into the real world. And once I did that, I was like, wow, like this is so cool. You can lead with your heart and people want to help and figure out how to do it. They just don't know how, which is exactly what Community Pros was founded to do, is be a corporate social responsibility. So teach people how to make giving back easy.
But it kind of reminded me of your grandpa back in 1934.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a tow truck company, you're in service to those who are stuck in need of help. So it's almost like your heart was attached to his, but your tow truck is basically helping players to take heavy burden out of their community and gracing them with what they need.
I feel like I unlocked my heart the day the shooting happened, just because now I have an opportunity to actually express myself. And the closer you get with the players and the more you start to know about them, like one of the players I work with, Chris Johnson, former NFL Tennessee Titans star, he was on my fantasy football team in 2009 when I used to play fantasy football team. I never thought that I would be able to have a conversation with him, and let alone be able to work with him. I've done back to school drives with him. I've done backpack giveaways. I've done bike giveaways. I've done turkey giveaways. And this is with a guy that every Sunday people know his name because he ran for over 2,000 yards. He's really a legend on the field. No one knows how much of a legend he is off the field. He grew up in Orlando. He gives back in Orlando. He truly is changing a lot of the tough situations that a lot of Orlando kids go through because he was one of them. He grew up all around here, and now he's able to take what he did and his experiences and really give back and pay it forward to the next generation, which I think is what's most important.
And it's pretty dope when two hearts collide.
Oh, yeah.
And they collaborate on something so great. It fulfills the need of the community.
And the best part about it is it has a domino effect. So did you know when you're playing with dominoes that every domino has the potential to knock down a domino 1.5 times its size? So next thing you know, you're starting with a domino this big. The next one you can knock over is this big with the domino, and it continues to get bigger. So next thing you know, you're really moving bigger and bigger pieces, and you didn't even realize it because it's just the domino effect of what's supposed to happen. So from starting to work with Chris Johnson, I got to work with NBA slam dunk competition winner Anthony Simons, who plays for the Portland Trailblazers, Jamal and Ricky Weeks, who are local Orlando stars, and really just figure out how to love on the community and work with the community with some of the true leaders in the community.
And what does it mean for you to give?
Oh, man, it's an opportunity to give hope. So returning the dignity to people, you can't beat that. I know I just hosted a back-to-school backpack drive a couple weeks ago with Chris Johnson. We had a bunch of food at the event for the families that were coming in there that were getting backpacks. The last family that came there, we loaded their car up full of food, probably got 9 boxes. And the dad literally looked at all of us as we were loading it in the car, and you saw him break a tear. It was just one of those moments of like watching how we're actually creating an impact, because now you could see him breathe for the first time. It looked like that his kids were taken care of. They had a nice backpack. They were having food that they knew for today, everything's okay. So it's really just about restoring the hope and faith of today, every day for people.
And of course, you didn't just happen to find Chris Johnson and all these great players. It was relationship that led you down this journey. What does relationship mean to you?
Relationship is what you're willing to give to get. And I'm not saying you have to go into every relationship with something that you're planning on getting, but willing to put yourself out there and express what you're wanting out of it. So as soon as you start talking about what your goals are, what you're wanting to do, and just opening up about, hey, this is what I like to do, this is what I want to do, can we work together? What would that look like? And having money on the mind last. Like, I have not gotten where I'm at from talking about money and saying like, hey, can you pay me this? Can I get this? It's never been about the money, and it'll never be about the money. At first, you're really building a genuine relationship. When I first met Chris Johnson, it was a week and a half later, he invited me to go to the Super Bowl with him and was like, hey, take care of all your own stuff. You can hang out with me and we'll go all the places. I remember I was actually on my birthday. So my birthday is always Super Bowl time, February 3rd. I was on top of a table with Chris Johnson, Pac-Man, and I was like, Pac-Man Jones, another football player. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. And Chris was like, hey man, like you were really cool. He's like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm in Orlando. He's like, you're from Orlando? I live in Orlando. I'm like, I know, I met you in Orlando too.
One of those moments.
One of those. He's like, are you serious? He's like, I need to hit you up when you're back more. And next thing you know, we started really gelling, and I was going more and more, just being around and paying it forward, where it's like, hey man, I can help out with your website. I can help out with social media. I can help out with your nonprofit stuff. And the more you just keep offering and giving, next thing you know, they're giving too. Because when you're leading with your heart, they'll lead with theirs.
When you lead with your heart, they will lead with theirs. Dylan, before we end the show, we always say that there is someone on the other side of that mirror looking at themselves, and they need words of reflection that are positive and inspiring, that can help change their heart and their situation where they are right now. What words of reflection could you share with that young Dylan looking on the other side that could be in Chicago, New York, or even in Orlando? What could you say?
Bet on yourself every time. There's never going to be a better time but now to believe in yourself, bet on yourself, and want to win for yourself. There's so many things that can look like hiccups and bumps in the road and stuff that doesn't necessarily make sense at the moment. But if you're willing to go through it and keep a positive mindset and attitude going forward, you'll be amazed at what can really work out when you bet on yourself.
Bet on yourself. You got to be willing to take that risk. Yep. If Dylan did it from Chicago to Orlando, and that one moment of his life pivoted his perspective for him to become who he is today, you have that very same opportunity. So listen to this story. Write down some notes. Go back and press play, or share it with a friend that needs to hear this story about Dylan, the heart that gives. This is Ramsey Rizard on The Reflection Show. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, your experience matters. You enjoyed that interview, didn't you? Well, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and click on that notification. And remember, your experience matters.